This is a quick tour around Paxton Plus version 8. You'll just have one database to log into now, and as well as the usual menu options, you'll have some drop-down menus at the top. So these can be handy if you're using the multi-windows function. Let's start by looking at the transactions menu. So here you can book income and expenditure and journals in the same way as you would book them in version 7. Money transfers gives you an easy way of moving money from one bank or cash account to another. Interfund transfers will be used to move money from one fund to another. For example, if you're transferring money from an unrestricted fund, such as the Officers' Mess, to a restricted fund, such as the Officers' Mess Entertainment Fund. This replaces the internal transfers in and out account codes. All of these transaction types can be stored. This stores a template which can be recalled at any time. If you have regular transactions, then this will save you from having to enter the information again and again. These stored transactions can be recalled from the Store Transactions menu option or using the Recall option at the bottom of each individual screen. Moving on to money reconciliation. So there's a new cash reconciliation screen. This allows you to record when cash checks have been carried out. This doesn't enter an accounting transaction, it's just for audit purposes. The cash reconciliation history report will list all the cash reconciliations performed on the selected money account for the selected month or date range. If your unit uses debtors, and these can be maintained in debtor maintenance, and Debtors Centre can be used to book invoices, credits and payments and view transactions. You can still enter journals to debtor accounts in the same way as version 7. Also under debtors, you have the facility to book standing charges, additional mess charges and extra mess charges, and credit standing charges and additional charges. You can print mess bills here, or you can print an individual mess bill from Debtors Centre. There are various debtor reports, such as a debtors list and an aged debtors list. Any report can be stored, so if you run the same report, you can save the criteria and recall it from the Stored Reports menu option. If your unit uses shop and bar trading, then you would use this menu option. Stock inquiry, so this shows you the details and movement of each stock item. You can receive and return stock and make stock adjustments. Stock checklists can be printed and quantities entered through stock check bookings. Sales and credits will be used to book stock sold to debtors, and there's also some stock reports on the right hand side here. If your unit manages creditors, you'll have access to this menu option. Creditor details can be entered in creditor maintenance, and Creditors Centre will be used to book invoices, credit notes and payments. If you're used to managing your creditors through journal bookings, then you can continue to do it this way in version 8. There are also some creditor reports, such as creditors list, aged creditors list. We move down to the reports menu option. So this has all your financial reports, such as a balance sheet and income and expenditure and a trial balance. So all of these reports can be run at different fund levels. You've also got your audit reports such as day books, transaction audit list, and the charity commission reports. So these are all set up in the correct format, so you shouldn't need to change these. It's got various different options here, balance sheet and your SOFA report. Let's move on to inquiries. So there's a very helpful find and recent entries screen. This will display the recently entered transactions by the user that you're logged in as. So if you wanted to view one of the transactions, you would double click on the asterisk column on the right hand side here. The find function here allows you to find transactions by different criteria, so by an amount or reference, for example. So accounts inquiry is used to display all the transactions entered against a selected account. So if you look at the bank account, you can view the transactions, narrow it down by date range or type, and you can also narrow it down by fund code by making a selection. Fund inquiry, so this is similar to the account inquiry screen, but it lists all the transactions against a particular fund code you select, and it gives you the money balance as well at the bottom. The maintenance administration menu options are available if you're an admin user. So if we have a look in maintenance, so this is for setting up new users on the system or new restricted and unrestricted funds. Also setting up the standing charges and the additional charges, import debtors and import stock. You can also manage your report designs, but these are already set up, so you shouldn't need to change these. Administration is used for opening and closing your months and years. And on every page, you'll see that there's a help icon at the top right here. So this will open up the PDF guide on the screen you're in. So if I was to click on it on this screen, it will bring up the help on income bookings. The paxtonplus.co.uk website has got the whole user guide with written information and videos. It also has some helpful how-to guides, such as how to use stored reports, multi-windows, and correct mistakes.